Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I decided to rearrange my office yarn space a little bit. I got a new thing with drawers I'm really excited about. I'll show you guys. So I found these on Amazon. So this is the first one that I bought. So it's got stitch markers and stickers and all that fun stuff. So I have those. And I want to stack them on my desk, but it was blocking the window, so I had to swap, flip-flop, because the printer was on one side, so I moved the printer to the other side, and I moved the drawers to the other side because these stack. So, oh, my Lanta, yes. So I got the other one. So that one has like the little guys, the little drawers. I'll show you guys again. So the little drawers have stitch markers, and then the big drawers have stickers and keychains, and like some of the small drawers have other stuff like little keychain rings and some smaller keychains. But it's mostly stitch markers. And then I decided I needed more of the big drawers, and so I got this one, which is not all the way full yet, but this one's just the big drawers. So these are amazing, and you should totally get one if you need to hold stuff like that. But they stack, so that was exciting. I know what I want for Christmas. Yeah, like I said, Amazon. DM me if you need the link, and I'll send you the link, because I don't really know what it's called. It's just like a craft storage bin. They're like $30 or $40 a piece, so they're a little high for my liking for drawers, but they're worth it. They're made pretty well. I haven't had anything break. So that's what's important. But I'm about to stack them, so I can show you guys what they look like stacked. But I hope you're having a great Friday. I finally got my Crochet Cocoa and Christmas Cookies sampler hoodie. I don't know if you bought them on Bonfire. I don't know if they've started arriving yet. I ordered a sample through Printful. So Printful and Bonfire, the hoodies, they sell the same hoodie. So they sell the Gildan, I think it's called Gildan brand. Gildan? G-I-L? Let's see. What does that say? Gildan. Yeah, Gildan brand. It's the same hoodie. And so they're on demand on Printful, but I did put a listing for these on my Etsy shop. So it's just red and green. It's not as many sizes as Bonfire offers, but they're print on demand, so they'll make it a little bit faster. So you can go to my Bonfire shop, my Etsy shop. It's a little more expensive, same reason, it's print on demand. Bonfire is what helps me keep my prices down because they do it in batches. But you can go order one from my Etsy shop now, especially if you want to get it a little bit quicker. Because like I said, once you place the order, it'll go through and it'll go ahead and start working on it. And I got mine pretty quick. I ordered mine, I think I got mine in like a week and a half from Printful. But like I said, red and green, Crochet Cocoa Christmas Cookies. Makes me really happy. I was really excited about this one. So yeah, but it's in my Bonfire shop too. So if you want to get it from Bonfire, it's still available on Bonfire. It'll be a little bit less expensive for the hoodie. You have more options. There's a sweatshirt, there's a t-shirt, there's long sleeve. Like, you have a lot more options on Bonfire. It'll just take a little bit longer to get it. Okay, so I need to stack these. So I'll show you again. This was my new addition to the storage family. Hello from Germany. Hey, hey. Hello from Alabama. Who else we got? We've got a lot of people on here this Friday. Thanks for joining in. See, Rebel Witch says super cute. Thank you so much. Sophia says she loves it. I'm glad you guys like the design. It was, I didn't know if I was going to be able to have time to make a Christmas design this year, so I was really excited to actually have time to do it. So I'm going to stack these and I'll show you guys. So I'm still here. I'm just trying to stack these up, and I'll show you something else that really changed the game for me, like my Etsy game on saving time. When I flip this around. So I got to get this settled, and then I will show you guys. So I'm working right behind the camera. The camera's sitting on my desk, and I'm working on my desk. So we'll see what this looks like. I was going to do it before the live, but then I was like, heck, you guys might want to see what it looks like. So I see Love Stitches All. Hello, hello. Black Med Knits. So many people. Chris Ozzie. Waving at everyone. Some people leave immediately and then I can't even wave at them. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to stack this other one on top. So you can see the backs are open. So there is no support on the backs, but they do have a lip that keeps them from falling out. So I don't really mind the fact that the backs are open. They haven't like slipped through the back or anything like that. They've been really good. All right, so I'm going to flip this around. Whoop, and stack it. Ooh, that looks nice. And just the fact that they stack is a big deal. I think that's going to be super, super helpful for me. All right, so let me flip this around so you guys can see what it looks like. And I'll back it up. Okay, so that's what they look like, stacked up. I've got my computer and then my printer. My printer was on the other side, and so I moved the printer over here so it won't block the window. And then I've got my computer, and then that's the stacked drawers. So super, super nice. Really excited about them. You can also bolt them to the wall. So there's the option. You can actually hang them or secure them to the wall if you wanted to. So very, very helpful. Very helpful storage. What's my latest project? So I can show you guys my latest project. I think I have to go get it out of the living room, so you can go with me and I'll grab it. I have been working on a faux fur Tonks hoodie. So I have 2 Tonks hoodies made out of 2 different yarns, but I decided to make one out of faux fur. Hey! The captain's working on his drones. And the dog is inside.
Out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Out of the house.
Good.
Not supposed to be in the house. Okay. So I'll show you guys my Tonks hoodie. I still have to do a sleeve. I've got one sleeve done. Let me come back here. Make sure you guys can see me. Okay. So I got to get the hook out of here so I don't drop it. So we still have some of these in the shop too. If you're looking, we have about 30 hooks that are ready to ship. So last minute Christmas presents. I know it's getting down to that wire where you're not sure if things will arrive on time, but I still have a lot of ready to ship hooks in the shop, keychains, stickers, stuff like that. So if you need last minute goodies, hit up the shop. It's there for you. Okay, so this has been a crazy adventure working with faux fur yarn. It is not the easiest yarn to work with. I do not recommend it for beginners, but it's been really fun to try to make one of the patterns that I already know and that I've already written in faux fur. So, show you guys. I'll show you the yarn first. So this is the yarn that I used, Bernat Velvet Plus. It says velvet, but I've used what I consider velvet yarns, and this is more of a fur. It's fuzzy. It's not like a velvet. And I'll show you. So velvet yarn, when I think of velvet yarn, this is what I think of. So this is what I think of when I think of velvet yarn. It is a very different texture. And to me, this does not, these two are not the same. One thing is not like the other. So this is the one. Sophia, I love this hook for chunky yarns. Yes. So that's all our hooks are for. We only go down to a 10 millimeter on our hooks, and those are actually all sold out right now. So we only have 11 millimeter and up at the moment because you guys buy out all of our 10s. So we have 10 all the way to 25 in the shop right now that are ready to ship. Okay, I am using a 15 millimeter with this yarn. I actually found this at Ollie's. If you guys have an Ollie's bargain outlet near you, you should sign up for their newsletter, like their emails, or get their circular, because sometimes they do yarn buyouts, and that's really nice because this was like $5 a skein instead of 10, so that was really great. So I got those. And let's see. This is a very, very heavy sweater. I am a little concerned about trying to like pick it up and carry it around, because then I can feel the stitches kind of separating. I don't know if it's an issue. I just feel like I need to be careful like picking it up so I don't stretch out one of the stitches and have like a hole that's popped out. But when I wear it, it doesn't feel that heavy. Okay, so that's the good news. I still have a ton of ends to weave in, so please ignore those. And I will show you. Okay. So like I said, I only have one sleeve done. I used my 15mm hook. Okay. Whew. Okay, so here we are. That's what it's looking like. Oh, and I've got yarn just everywhere. Here we go. Okay, there we go. All right. So Tonks hoodie, lots of ends that need to be woven in. But that's what we're looking like. I've got the side that does not have a sleeve yet. Here's the side that has the sleeve. I went a little shorter with the sleeve because I know this is going to stretch out. I think my other ones come a little further down, like on my knuckles, but I'm a little afraid that this is going to stretch out over time. But I'm not 100% sure. You can see it's got the lower back, shorter front. That's part of the design. Some people choose to not include that. Some people will just even out the panels, which is totally fine. It's not supposed to be like a huge change. It'll have a pocket, I think. I don't know if I'm going to do a pocket on this one or not. I think I might just have it here, but maybe. I like having the hoodies. So the hood is super oversized. Let's see. There you go. Oh, I can't even with my hair today. All right, so we're going to split that up. There we go. Super oversized hood. You can see the side. And I feel like with this hood, you could even like push the hood forward and then you could flip it. Even, that's kind of cute. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, whatever your style is, but I thought that was kind of cool. I chose to go up a little bit higher on this one, because you seam up the front with this design. So if you've made the Tonks hoodie, you can make this as high or low as you want. I've had people sew it up to here and then do like a crisscross, like a drawstring, which is really cool. So I thought that was nice, but that's where I'm at. Really excited. I think it's pretty fun. Worth the effort. Like I said, it was not the easiest yarn to work with, but it's been a pretty fun thing to try out. It is very soft. You can't tell when it's on that it's super heavy. There's a little weight to it, but I think it's like a comfortable weight, if that makes sense. You know, people buy weighted blankets and weighted sweatshirts and stuff like that. So that's what it reminds me of, but it's definitely not going to be easy to haul around. The bag that I've been using as my project bag is actually made out of a rug. So this is my rug bag. You can see how big that is compared to me. And it's just like a huge open bag. I need to do a tutorial on how to make these because these are really fun. It does seem like it's going to be warm, Joy Strand. I do think it's going to be warm. Now, you know, you'll probably want to layer it because obviously anything crocheted at this size of a hook, you know, if you start doing this, you're going to feel the wind. Now it kind of blocks it because it's fur, but like I can easily feel the holes with my finger. And so if it was really cold, I would layer like a thermal shirt underneath it. But it's also 100% acrylic. And if you've ever tried to make acrylic items for the summertime, you know that acrylic doesn't breathe well. So I think it might actually be warm even just because of that, because it's 100% acrylic. So yeah, but that's the project bag I was using to carry it around. Even taking it on and off, like I don't want to stretch it. So I've been trying to like take it on and off gently and make sure that I'm not stretching it out too much. Because I don't know. I've never used this before. But you can see here, I can fold this up. It is like holding a blanket. I mean, this is definitely like a big Sherpa blanket. But I'm going to put it in the project bag so you guys can see how much room it takes up. All right. So it's like very weighted in the bottom there. It does only take up maybe like a little over half. So I could fit more in there. But I still have a sleeve to do. So I don't know if I could fit very much more in there. Hello, Nancy. How are you? And thanks everyone for joining in and watching today. Like I said, I hope you're having a great Friday. We have had a lot of orders coming in as, you know, Christmas gets closer, which I'm so thankful for everyone who supported us. We appreciate it so much. We've had a lot of last minute orders for things like stickers and keychains. The Learn to Crochet kits are still selling very well. So that's a really easy idea for friends and family that you don't know what to get them. You could always get them a Learn to Crochet kit. Those are fun. But I haven't had time to really work on anything else. Just if you sell orders at Christmas time, you know, like they start to stack up and then that's all you're doing is packaging up orders. And so I haven't had as much time to work on new projects. I had a pair of slippers that I really wanted to release a slipper pattern before Christmas. And I'll show you guys if you haven't seen them. But I don't think I'm going to get them done before Christmas time. It's maybe possible, but these are the little booties that I'm working on. You can see the seam up the front, but they're meant to be very, very simple. I have the notes written up, but I need to take pictures and I need to make the second one. I need to photograph them and I need to get them tested. So, maybe I'll do another crochet along test. Those have been great for like the last minute. But I'm planning on having these available in every single shoe size. So you would make very small adjustments and it would go from 6 all the way to 12. So it wouldn't be a one size fits all. It would not be a made to measure. It would very specifically tell you how many stitches for each size. But that's my goal. I know. And it really is a good little pattern. It fits, they fit well. They're super chunky. It's 2 strands of super bulky yarn held together. And I think a 12 millimeter hook. So they work up really, really, really fast. So yeah, I just need to light a fire under my butt and get them done. But like I said, I've had a lot of orders going out. We got a custom order for Kayla from Alt Knots. I don't know if you guys follow her. She is extremely sweet, great person. She has an amazing YouTube channel and an amazing following. And she reached out. She is a Big Furls affiliate, and uses a lot of their hooks, which I've always loved Furls hooks. I think they're great. A lot of our ergonomic handles were modeled after their ergonomic handle. But I was never a huge fan of some of their larger sizes. I was really looking for something more lightweight and kind of more compact for the larger ones. And so she reached out to me to make her a custom 25 millimeter crochet hook just for her. And we did finish it. There's no way that this is going to do it justice on the live because it's really hard to tell the color. But if you've been following us for a while, you'll know that we have been trying to play around a lot more with mica powder. You know, we're pretty limited on the colors for our crochet hooks that we can make because it depends on the filament that's available for the 3D printers. And so we decided to play around with mica powder to see if we could change up the game and give ourselves more color options and color combinations by putting the pigmented powder in the resin when we coat the hooks. So this is a black base hook and we used red mica powder and red and black holographic glitter to coat it in the resin. So you can see so much sparkle and you've got that really beautiful deep red color on top of the black base. So this is the first hook that we have done with a really strong mica powder addition to where you could actually see that change in the color. And what was really interesting is if you follow Kayla, you'll know that her aesthetic is very gothic and Halloween and spooky, and this was really, we love that this turned out the way it did because there's even some sections where the mica powder and the red kind of dripped, so it's almost like blood, you know, which was kind of what we were going for. Someone said that they would make great oh my gosh, what was the show called? Now I can't remember the show. If I remember it, I'll tell you. But they said that it would make a good kind of theme hook for that show. Dexter. Dexter hooks. So we made a few other ones. This is a 20 millimeter. So that was a 25. This is a 20 millimeter. Yes, Rebel Witch Dexter, you got it. Yes, you may have been the one who said that. I can't remember who told us that, but I missed a few comments too. Rebel Witch said she's doing another Luna today and loves the patterns. Thank you so much. I have 3 Lunas. I have my rainbow Luna. I have my pastel kind of rainbow Luna. And then I have a Luna that I made out of homespun. I held 2 strands of Lion Brand homespun together to make a Luna, which was gorgeous and so soft. It's one of my favorites that I've made. I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with homespun, but I can promise you that if you try doubling it up and using a larger hook, so I use a 15 millimeter for my Lunas and most of my cardigans. So if you double up the homespun and use a 15 millimeter hook, it will make your life so much easier, and you might actually decide that you like it again. So bringing it back, helping people appreciate it, you know. But it's not the devil, I promise. Okay, so yes, so we did the 25 millimeter for Kayla. This is the 19 that we did. So much glitter, and I'm see if it'll focus on this if I hop out of the frame. But yeah, lots of glitter with that holographic. You can see some blues and greens popping out. That's just the holographic nature of that glitter. And then we did do a 10 millimeter. This was our 10 millimeter. There you go. Same thing. Black base, so a black hook base, red resin, red mica powder in the resin, red and black holographic glitter was the combo for these hooks. So very, very happy with how these turned out. I am giving Kayla first dibs on these other sizes that we made. We made a 17, 18, 19, 20, and 25, and then the 10. If she does not decide she wants them, then these will go in the Etsy shop. So I'll let you guys know when they're up. We are looking at doing some more like kind of just special runs where maybe we just do a set. We'll put the set out there. If someone wants to purchase the set, they can. If they don't purchase the set within maybe a month, then we'll split them up and have them available as individuals. So we've thought about doing that just to give us some opportunities to play around with hooks without committing to doing like a 30 hook run of, you know, something that we don't know how it's going to turn out. So we think it'll be fun to actually just put some sets out there and have people, if they want a full set, they can have a full set of jumbo hooks. So that's something we've been working on outside of packaging up orders. Something else that I wanted to share with you guys. I have not announced this on Instagram yet. I'm planning on announcing it this afternoon or tomorrow, probably this afternoon. But I am going to create, so we did our Christmas mystery boxes. They did really well. I think we sold 34 boxes, which was great. And so far, everybody loves their stuff. If you purchased a Christmas mystery box and you haven't received it, they are all out. They are all on the way. You know, so you should be able to see your tracking, and it should be coming to you very soon. So I think the last of them went out the day before yesterday. So those are out. They're ready to go. The next Christmas mystery box will be for St. Patrick's Day. So we'll be opening up pre-orders for those in February. No, January. We'll open them up in January. That'll give us a full month of February to prep the orders. And it actually may be early because it's like the March 17th, right? So we'll have to get them out in February. We try to give it, you know, 3 to 4 weeks to get there, like max. So yeah, look out for that in January. Pre-orders opening in January for St. Patrick's Day boxes. Super excited. But what I was going to say is for the mystery boxes, there are certain things that we have to order minimum amounts of, or minimum quantities, or, you know, sets of 10, that kind of thing. And so we had some extra stuff. It's not hooks. It won't have hooks. But we have some of our smaller items, and we are going to do mini grab bag mystery boxes. So like stocking stuffer type mystery boxes. They're still Christmas themed. They'll have, you know, it's not as many items, but we're going to do them for, I think that we did $25. Let me double check. They are up in the Etsy shop. I think we only have like 4 of them, but we're doing 4 mini Christmas surprise boxes, like stocking stuffer size. Let me make sure. Listings. Make sure that they're up. Yes, they're up. $25 plus shipping. Mini Christmas crochet mystery stocking stuffer box. It's a fun name to come up with, but there's 4 of them. You will get at least 1 item that was specially custom made for the boxes. You'll get some Christmas goodies. You'll get some notions. But yeah, those are up in the shop. 4 of them, I believe. I think we only have 4. But that was a great way for us to use up some of the rest of the items that we'd purchased for the mystery boxes that we had to over purchase on in order to make to have enough for all of the boxes. So if you want one, grab them now. I don't know how long they'll last. We'll see if, you know, I'm kind of hoping I have time to actually post about them. I may be able to do 5. So I may be able to add 1 more and have 5 available. But yeah, we're excited. We had a lot of fun with the mystery boxes, and they are a lot of work. I did a reel where I was packing one of them up, but I try really hard to package them in a way that is just a nice experience when you're opening them, you know, so it is a feel good, like this, not only is the stuff quality items and cool items, you know, for you guys to maybe discover new makers, but it's also an experience to open things up and have that experience of the package being a joy, you know, to open. So we like to put that effort in, and getting to see you guys' reactions and, you know, your feedback on the boxes, it makes it all worth it. So we are really excited to keep doing these, and we have kind of been trying to plan out the coming year, and we know that we're going to do the St. Patrick's Day boxes, and then I don't think we're going to do another mystery box until the next Halloween. And the reason being that the summertime, we're going to be doing our DIY hook challenge again. So we're really excited to be doing the DIY challenge again. We had so much fun. We had so many great entries. We got so much great feedback that summertime is going to be DIY hook challenge time. I think we'll probably be opening orders for those at the end of September. March, April, May. We'll probably open the orders in May, and then we'll give you the full month of June to decorate your hook, and then in July we'll be announcing the winners. So I think that's how that will work. And then we'll have a little bit of a break, and then we will be gearing up to start our Halloween mystery boxes again. So pretty excited. I think that'll be really fun. So, well, let me know if you guys have any questions for me. Right now, I didn't have a whole lot to talk about today. Like I said, I haven't been able to work on a ton of stuff. I may sit down and work on my Tonks hoodie for a minute, and just, you know, see how you guys are doing and hang out. But I think that's all of my really announcements and stuff that I've had happening. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything. And I don't think I had any questions. I had put up a question box to see if anyone wanted to chat about anything in particular, and I don't think I got any questions. So, all right, I'm going to get my yarn ready. And I think what I want to talk about today, because I've got another half hour, and I think something that I want to talk about is dealing with people leaving bad reviews, or maybe being not the nicest to you about something you worked really hard on. And sorry, I'm fixing the tripod right now, so that's why it's all wonky. Okay, here we go. So now I should be able to sit down, and hopefully you guys will still be able to see me, and I can start working on this sweater a little bit. Okay, so if you know me, if you've been following me for a while, I try to be pretty open about the fact that I can be an emotional person. I tend to take things personally, and I just want people to like our stuff. And so when people don't, it makes me sad, because it makes me feel like I did something wrong, or, you know, I don't know. I feel like I should be able to brush things off a little easier than I do, and I don't. So I had someone reach out. You know, we have been selling our Christmas mystery box. I know, our Learn to Crochet kits. We've been selling our Learn to Crochet kits for, I would say, like 2 or 3 months now. And I was really excited about selling the Learn to Crochet kits. It had been something that I saw as kind of, you know, we have these goals and these big ideas and these dreams about our businesses, whether it's a hobby. You can still have a goal. Like, you may have a full-time job that you love that is not crafting, and you still might have this dream of one day writing a book with crochet patterns, or a knitting book, or a crafting book. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to be featured in a magazine. Like, you have these goals, and it doesn't matter where you are in your crafting business. And even if you don't want your hobby to be a business, you know, you still may have goals for your hobbies. It may be making a mosaic sweater, like, or a tapestry style sweater, you know, that's very involved, and that may be a big goal of yours. And for me, creating a Learn to Crochet kit was a big goal for me. And I really struggled, because I didn't want to create a crochet kit and then have to buy a book that was not my book to teach someone. And I didn't want to send people to other people's YouTube channels to learn. So I was really kind of stuck of like, okay, well, how do I do this and it be all of my stuff? And I think that some of it was, okay, I don't want to try to write a book or have a pamphlet with photos of me crocheting and teach someone based on pictures, because I feel like now so many people learn via video or need that kind of in-person class style instruction, that I didn't feel like a pamphlet would be worth my time. And I was kind of worried like it wouldn't be good enough, you know, so someone might try the pamphlet and not be able to follow along and not be able to understand it. And so that was a little intimidating for me. And so I decided my goal was going to have to be to do videos and have instructional videos. And so I did a lot of research looking at YouTube channels that did this really well. So if you think about companies like We Are Knitters and Wool and the Gang, which have always been kind of businesses that I look up to in the way that they create their kits and have this making crochet and making knitting very accessible for people. And that's what I wanted. That's what I want with my patterns. I want anyone to feel like they can pick this up and try it. And then they have these resources like their YouTube channel that walk you through step by step so that you can really learn from the ground up. And so I knew that's what I wanted to do. And it took a long time. It took, you know, a couple of months of trying to plan, figure out what equipment I needed to use, getting the camera angles right, getting comfortable in front of the camera, even if I wasn't on the camera for very long. Most of them are top down teaching, figuring out the right yarn to use, figuring out the right hook size to use, how to put that all together in a kit affordably, because I didn't want the kits to be super expensive either, you know, so I have to make sure that I found the right hooks to use that weren't too expensive to include in the kits, and just all of the things that people need. So it took a while to get it all right, and I now have a playlist on YouTube, and that is when someone buys my Learn to Crochet kit, they get yarn, they get a hook, they get a tapestry needle, and they get stitch markers, and then they get a little card just thanking them for their purchase. And then there is an instructional sheet that tells them how to get to my YouTube channel, what order in which to watch the videos, And then it also tells them that they can email me once they're ready and I will send them a free pattern. So my goal is really, truly like taking you from the very, very beginning of never being able to crochet or never having crocheted, learning all of the basics. And then the final video in the playlist is creating a hat. You know, so you take all these skills that you just learned in each video, you make a hat, and then you can contact me and you can try out one of my crochet patterns. So that was really my goal with the kit. And, you know, it's like with anything, even if you create finished products, maybe you sell hats, maybe you sell headbands, maybe you sell stuffies, you know, it doesn't matter what you make, you put time and effort into making it the right way and the way that you wanted it. And not only that, then there's the selling side. So, you know, making sure that you put all of this time and effort into your Etsy listing to make sure people know exactly what they're getting, because you don't want people to buy something and not realize what it is or be disappointed because you talked it up and, you know, tried to make it seem more than it was. And so on my Etsy listing, I said, you know, this is exactly what you get. You know, this is not meant to be like, you're not going to get a booklet. You're not going to get, you know, instructions like a pamphlet in this. Like, this is specifically a YouTube learning kit. So these are the items you need for and Rebel Witch. I have a love-hate relationship with Etsy. Yes, same here. I don't think I'll ever leave the platform. They do make it very, very simple for me to have everything in one place, but there are times where it makes me a little crazy. And, you know, I try really, really hard to make sure that my listings are very specific. And like I said, this one, I even listed my YouTube playlist and told people, like, please go check this out first. You know, make sure that you feel comfortable with my videos. This is everything you need to follow along, so you don't have to go out to a craft store and try to find these items. You know, this just kind of makes it easier for you. It makes it easy to gift, you know, and it's all in one place. And then I try to make the packaging pretty, all that fun stuff. So, like I said, I'm sorry, I have something in my eye and I think it's fuzz from this sweater. And I haven't even started crocheting. So let me do that real quick. I need to cut this. Let me get my scissors. Oh, I'll lean over here. Where did they go? There they are. Okay, just need to get my scissors. Okay. So I got, you know, we've been selling, like I said, we've been selling these kits now for about 2 or 3 months. We've had great feedback. So far, people have been really happy. I had a couple of people that were old friends of mine who bought the kits, which was really cool because it does feel like I'm finally getting to share my crochet in a very meaningful way with other people who may have supported me in the past purchasing my crocheted items, who are now getting to make their own, which is just like, it's like the circle of life, and it's wonderful and it makes me really happy. Telling you, man, I'm even eating fuzz. Like, these are really fuzzy. So I got an email and someone emailed me directly and said that they were really disappointed in my crochet. They called it a crochet craft kit is what they called it. And you guys, I should not, like, it hit me like, it just hit me in my stomach, you know? And we should be able to just brush things off. Because like I said, I've sold, I think, almost 40 Learn to Crochet kits since we started selling them. And so far, everyone has been happy and I've gotten great reviews, but it only takes one. It takes one email, one bad review to just kind of, you know, you just get kicked down. You know, you feel so down and you feel like, you know, it's hard to separate that and be like, man, this person might have had a bad day. They may not have even read the description that you worked so hard to create. And so it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I mean, unless it is, you know, I mean, I had to go back and look and be like, did I really make this clear enough? Did I really make sure that people knew what they were getting and understood what they were getting? You know, did I take the right pictures? Did I oversell this? And I don't think I did. And so, you know, I try really hard when that happens. I always respond. I take a moment. I always take a moment, reread it a couple of times. I go back and look at the order and I make sure that what they said they ordered is what they ordered. And I always try to respond in a way that is still gracious. You know, I told her that I thanked her again for supporting me, you know, because she still supported me in purchasing the item. And usually then I ask them if they don't mind to let me know how I could have done better. Because, you know, I don't know why she was disappointed. She just said she was disappointed. And I don't know why, you know. And so I sent the email and I asked her, you know, if she would mind letting me know why she was disappointed, if there's anything I could have done better in the description to make it more clear, or if there's any way that I could have made the kit that she purchased feel more worthwhile, worth the money. And I never got a response. And sometimes that's better, sometimes it's worse. It's a double-edged sword, you know, because on the one hand, I'm like, you know, maybe she realized that she didn't have any feedback because there was nothing to be disappointed in, because the kit, you know, the kit made sense. You know, she got what she purchased. But then on the other hand, it's like, but I want to know why. Like, I want to know why she sat down at her computer and took the time to write me an email to tell me that she was disappointed in my kit. And I probably won't get that, but that's okay. You know, I think that's where it's difficult. It's difficult to separate that out. And, you know, you could get 1 million 5-star reviews, and that one review, it gets under your skin, you know? And I don't think I'm alone. I don't think I'm the only one who feels that way. If I am, we have a problem. But I do think that we have to remember, you know, that, you know, it's not always something you did. It's, you know, sometimes someone, like I said, they could have a bad day. They could have not read the description. You know, I don't know. But I just thought that was interesting, and I felt like that needed to be shared, and I needed to talk about it. Oh, I did not heat up my coffee. But I still need it, so I'm drinking it. Okay, I still haven't started on this. And this cat is, you don't see him, but he's like squished right here. Squished up in my business. And now, like, I can't even move my elbow. Do you mind? Hey, can I help you? You're in the way. And then he just gives me this look like, I don't care. I rule this house. And he kind of does. He does what he wants. And that's okay. I don't know if any of you guys have a cat like that. I feel like most of the people that follow me either have cats or dogs, or, you know, and they rule the roost. Okay, so this is number 2, sleeve number 2. I really hope I can get this finished. It's one of those things where I get almost to the end of a project and then I just have this dire need to start on something else. And I haven't. I have not allowed myself to start on anything new. I'm forcing myself to finish this before I start on something new, because I know that if I start on something new, this will not get finished. It just won't happen. So, and going back to the whole Etsy debacle, hello Ellen, how are you? Let me know if you guys have had that happen. If you've had, you know, a negative review and it just got under your skin, or maybe I am the only one who feels that way and takes it all personally, and I need to just get over myself. You know, I had that happen with one of our hooks early on. And I think a lot of it is the more you start selling, the more you grow in your following. So that's another thing. You know, I could never have imagined being at more than 25,000 followers on Instagram. Like, that blows my mind. I'm so thankful for the support and people wanting to follow me and see what we're doing and follow me in the captain and check out the journey. But the more people who follow you, the more people who may not really be your people. You you know, they may follow you because they see 1 or 2 photos, but then they get to know you and they may realize that maybe you're not the person for them and they unfollow you. And the more people that follow you, the more people unfollow you. You know, I think that I have close to 100 people a week who unfollow me. You know, that's something that it's a little bit easier to ignore because I don't look at my stats all that often. So I don't look at the breakdown. I try not to focus on that negative of how many people, because some of it's bots, you know, some of it's people who followed for a giveaway, or you never know. But that's something that's a little easier for me to ignore than like a negative review, you know. Ellen asked what negative review. Watch the replay, but it was about one of my Learn to Crochet kits. So I literally had someone email me and just say that they were disappointed in the kit. And it was one of those things that just kind of hit me. I got sad for a minute. And the captain always has to be like, are you serious? Like, you're really for real? Like, have you seen how many positive reviews you have? You need to get over that. So he keeps me grounded and reminds me of those kinds of things that are important. But I went through that and just kind of how that made me feel and how I deal with it. And, you know, I feel like it's things that we should share with each other in this community, because I know if I struggle with it, I'm not the only one. And it can be helpful to just share those experiences, I think. I really do not think you're the only one. In fact, I can guarantee it. Thanks, Iconic Knots. I appreciate it. Rebel Witch, I got a negative review for one of my skincare oils because I didn't cure their psoriasis. I never claim anything as a cure. Yeah, that's what I mean is, you know, and I think some of it, you know, I got a negative review for one of my hooks. And it was someone who had purchased my hooks who, I think it was more of a random purchase of like, they didn't really have any investment in the story behind the hooks and like who me and the captain are, and, you know, what the journey has been for the hooks and what goes into making them. And she called them cheap. And that was such a blow for me. Like, that was extremely difficult because that was in the beginning of our hook making journey. And that was a big blow because we were still kind of in the midst of figuring out if this was a direction that we really wanted to go in, if it was something we really wanted to keep doing. And those blows, I don't think that other people even realize sometimes the effect that negative reviews can have. And that's why I think it's important that before you leave a negative review, that it's always helpful to try to reach out. Because if something happens that's outside of you, have to move. I can't do this with you right here. If something happens outside of your control, or if you maybe realize that you don't think you got what you purchased, then reach out and ask about it. Because, you know, especially people get busy, things happen. And I think that sometimes there's a lot of power in reaching out first and saying, hey, you know, what's happening with this? Iconic Knots, it's normal to have it affect you. They are critiquing your baby, your hard work. It's not easy to take that kind of criticism, but keep in mind your stuff is still amazing and you're awesome. And I think that's what everybody should tell themselves. If you, and sometimes it is your fault. That's the other thing. And that's why I want people to think about maybe reaching out first, because there have definitely been times when, maybe I didn't put the dimensions in a listing, you know, and someone bought something and I would have thought, oh, well, I mean, you can see a picture of it. You can tell how big it is, but that's not an excuse. You know, we have to go out of our way as sellers because we're not Amazon and we're not, you know, we can't just refund people's money if they don't like their purchase. So we have to hold ourselves to that higher standard and really delve in and give all the details, be very specific, and help people fix those problems before they even happen. And so that's why I say, you know, if you can reach out to someone, because if it's my fault, then I'm going to try to make it right. And that's going to help me grow, and it's going to help my shop be better because maybe it's something I didn't even realize I missed, you know, because the more listings that you get, the more difficult it is to keep track of everything and make sure that, you know, all of your inventory is correct and all of your sizing is correct and your colors and your details. And it takes a lot of time, you know, and that's why I think for anyone who is doing this alongside a full-time job, more power to you, because it is very difficult to have a full-time job and a successful side job as a maker, as someone who's managing a shop and managing inventory and managing orders and being your own customer service and your own photographer and your own marketer and your own social media manager. You know, you're doing all of it and you're doing a job, you know. The garment on the back of my chair. So the garment on the back of my chair, I have, this is an infinity scarf. That's the first one. This is one of the first ones I made. I've had this one for a couple years, but it's very, very similar to my, the pattern that I made, my favorite cowl pattern. And then this one is another Tonks hoodie. So I'm working on a Tonks hoodie in faux fur. And this is a Tonks hoodie in Lion Brand Mandala Thick and Quick. So I'll show you guys. Ooh. It's really big, so it's probably not going to all show on here, but so we've got the hood here, and then that is the front of the hoodie. You can see the back is much longer on this one. I don't think I meant to do that, but that is the Tonks hoodie. Oh no, you're not nosy. I think a lot of people ask about it because it's on the back of my chair, and it is a pretty color. Yeah, and I don't think they make that specific color anymore, but they have a lot of cool colors still. As far as I know, I don't think they've discontinued Mandala Thick and Quick. I hope they haven't, but they discontinue a lot of yarn, so I can never be sure. And I don't buy a whole lot of yarn anymore, just because I'm not selling a lot of finished products, so. Okay, well, I didn't get very much done on this, but that's okay. And I feel like I was going to talk about something. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, whoopsies. I think that was everything. Well, let me know what you guys are working on right now. Because like I said, I am trying to force myself to finish this. I know Rebel Witch says she's working on a Luna. Let me know what you're using for your Luna. What yarn are you using? You've made a couple already, I think, right? Did you say that was like your third? And I love that pattern. It really has become my classic. If someone is looking for wanting to make their first ever cardigan, then I always point them to the Luna, because I feel like it's really, it's such a basic structure of a pattern, and it makes it really easy to make a bunch, and you can finish them really quickly. So that's definitely the go-to for me. How much time do I have left? 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes. Joy Strand is making a baby blanket. What yarn are you using? And is it Granny Square or stripes? Haven't made a baby blanket in a long time. It's been quite some time. I used to love making really big blankets. Like kind of the farmhouse style chunky blankets. Hello, Stevie. But I would always knit my blankets when I made them as like gifts. So I am going to do some errands today, run some errands today. We got a new TV. Hey! We got a new TV for the living room, which is ridiculous. The captain got a very big TV for the living room. But it's really nice. And our living room is finally, it has all of the furniture. It has everything it needs. It's actually a working living room now. But I wanted to go get some couch pillows because we got new couches. So I want to get pillows. And I need to get a Blu-ray player. We have a setup downstairs with a TV and the PlayStation. And I think we're going to leave that as like the game area. So there's the TV and the bookshelves and all of that. And it's really a nice space down there. So we didn't really want to move the PlayStation upstairs. And since you can't find any of the new gaming consoles right now, since it's heading into Christmas, like the PlayStation 5s and the Xboxes, stripes. Oh, awesome. What colors? Is it for a little boy or a little girl? Let's see. I'm working on keeping my cat out of my yarn more than anything else today. I'm really glad that my cat doesn't like yarn. He's not a big yarn fanatic. He has his little toys and he plays with his little toys, and he'll sit with me as I'm crocheting, and doesn't try to like get my yarn. So very thankful for that. I feel very lucky. Ellen, oh no, is help on its way? Let me know what you mean, because I can't remember what help would have needed to come for. I did the Luna last. I've done a Trelawney and a Granger. I'm using some Mariner acrylic. Oh, okay. That's cool. Is it like crazy colors or is it one color? My husband answered and said he'd see what he can do, but now he won't. Oh, was this? I must have missed a conversation. What did, I'm currently sitting in my overheated Jeep stranded. Oh no, I missed that. I'm so sorry, Stevie. Did we have this conversation about the fact that if you had all of these Jeeps that you were working with, that you were going to end up working on them? Did we have this conversation? I hope you're not too far from help, though. And now I see Ellen saying, is help coming? Said he'd see what he can do, but now he won't answer. Well, he's probably trying to see what he can do. I had the same problem. I traveled from Georgia, so when we were still in Atlanta, drove to Panama City, which was where my grandmother, my step-grandmother lives. And her husband passed away, and so I drove down for the funeral alone in my Jeep. And on the way there, I felt like something was wrong. The car was kind of giving me some issues, but I just tried to like slow down and take my time to get there. And when I got there, we decided that I should be able to just make it home. And so instead of going to a shop or anything, I ended up having a blown tire on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, just outside of a small town heading between Panama City and Atlanta. And nobody nearby to help. My parents had headed home the same day towards Montgomery from Panama City. And so I think it took probably 45 minutes to an hour. They drove from wherever they were over to me to pick me up. So that was a fun adventure. So I hope you're not as far away as I was from anyone to help. And I'm guessing you said you were out running errands, I think. So hopefully you're not too far away from anybody. Oh, I'm missing a whole bunch of conversation. Let's see. Jeep, just empty every pocket. Exactly. We had this conversation. Hubby just bought me $50 worth of assorted yarn so he can get some PC game time. So I'm thinking Rainbow Pride Luna next. That would be really great. That's a good one. Don't know yet. Due in the month. Due in the month. Baby number 6. Okay. I could not even imagine. We have no babies. So we have puppies. We have fur babies. My son and daughter both have Jeeps. I get what you're saying. Better than in Atlanta. Yeah, probably better than in Atlanta. The side of the road in Atlanta would be a scary situation. Super mad I didn't bring yarn with me. There you go. This is why you want to have a million works in progress so that you can just keep one in your car. You never know. Well, Stevie, I hope someone comes to rescue you. Fur babies are so fun, they are. They can be a little crazy and ridiculous and sensitive and needy, but they're great. I need an emergency kit that's just yarn and hooks. Yes, because then you can just play around, you know, like you could start a new project or something. You don't have to have one that's already happening. You should just have emergency yarn kits in zipper pouches in every car you own and every room in your house. And it's just a ball of yarn and a hook that you can make, plus you can play with. Your fur baby has claimed your whip box. I'm guessing that means they lay in it, not that they've like chewed everything up in it, because that can happen. Okay, I have 2 minutes. Let me know if y'all have any questions or anything before I go, because I have to go run my errands. I'm surprised too, Stevie. I'm surprised that you didn't bring anything with you. But I guess if you weren't planning on having to sit around somewhere and wait on something that, I mean, I don't really bring yarn with me in the car. So your brother and sister-in-law started with twins. Okay. So twins, and then they decided to have 4 more? Is that what you're telling me? The twins must have been really enjoyable. Babysitting my brother's dog tomorrow who loves balls of yarn. Okay. I would hide them. That would be my advice. Okay. I didn't make a ton of progress, but I did do some. I just had to stop talking too much. So there is the progress on my sleeve. It's like that big. But we're getting somewhere. And hopefully by next Friday, when I go live again, I can show you guys the finished hoodie. So, all right, if you weren't here the whole time, I'll run through my few little announcements before I go. I got my new hoodie, so if you guys were interested in seeing what this one looked like, you can get this hoodie in red and green from my Etsy shop. It's a little more expensive than Bonfire, but it will print a little bit faster. So that'll be up for a couple of days if you wanted to order one of these. It's only the hoodies though, and it's only in red and green. Joy, my sister-in-law does not stop for nothing. Okay then, there you go. If you want to go to my Bonfire shop, you can get it in different items. You can get the crew neck, you can get the t-shirt, you can get the long sleeve. Like, you have a lot more options, but those take a little bit longer to ship out because they do them in batches, but you also pay less. So there's your trade-off. But I just added these to the Etsy shop for a couple of days in case someone wants to order one on there. This one I got from Printful because I order my samples through Printful. It's the same sweatshirt. So it's all the Gildan heavy blend Gildan sweatshirts. I have mini mystery crochet stocking stuffer bags, boxes, whatever you want to call them, in my Etsy shop. There's 4 of them. It is made up of some of the leftovers that we had from the full-size Christmas mystery boxes. They're $25. So if you missed out on the Christmas boxes, you just wanted a little bit of Christmas cheer to put you in that Christmas spirit, you can get yourself one of our mini stocking stuffer kind of grab bag boxes that we have in the shop. Those are in the Etsy shop now. I think those are the only big announcements that we have right now. I did remove some of the mug and apparel listings from my Etsy shop because I'm a little worried about things arriving in time for the holidays. Those will all be added back after the holidays. That's all of like the made to order printed items. So like the mugs that have my designs on them, all of it is still up on Bonfire, but I think it's to the point now If you order stuff on my bonfire shop, it's not going to make it before Christmas. It's not guaranteed. But most of the stuff in my Etsy shop, all of the stuff in my Etsy shop that's like hooks, keychains, stickers, tools, all of that is ready to ship now. So if you're looking for like last minute Christmas gifts, and you want to get hooks or anything like that, help is on the way, dear. That's Stevie. Help is here. Gotta go. Well, I'm really glad that help is here. And thanks for joining in for a little while. Oh, and Ellen asked, how heavy is the sweater getting? It's pretty heavy. It doesn't feel super heavy on. It's like a nice weight to it when it's on, but like carrying it around is like carrying one of those heavy Sherpa blankets. So it is quite heavy. And I got asked, this yarn is Mandala Thick and Quick by Lion Brand. I don't know the name of the color. I don't think they make this colorway anymore, but they have a lot of different colorways that you can choose from. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for now, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'll be live next Tuesday. Tonks hug, yes. I'll be live on Tuesday on my YouTube channel at the same time, 12 p.m. Central Time, and then I'll be live again here on Instagram on Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time. And I will talk to you guys then. Until then, if you need anything, shoot me a message. I'm always here to chat, or if you need anything, if you have questions, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye guys. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.